That's it. We know that, as we discussed earlier, you have two textbooks, and one is the international politics. International politics. Okay, related with different countries, different power blocks, different types of governments, and the relationship between that countries and India and the India. The second book is basically dealing with the political system in our country since independence. The changes in the political system, the administration, different governments, different leaders, and their policies and programs, and how these policies and programs made changes in the life of the people in India, life of people in India. These are the, or those things are the basic concepts that what we are going to learn. Clear? So we know that at the time of 1947, the most prominent political party of those time. Can anyone tell me the answer? The most prominent political party of those time, the time of 1947, the time of independence. I am asking. An idea?
Indian National
Yeah,
Congress.
of course, it is a Indian National Congress. Indian National Congress. Okay, we can barely say that nearly 30 to 35 years. Okay, that particular political party ruled our country. Ruled our country. Later, number of new political parties emerged. Okay, and they started showing their power and those parties presence in different states. Okay, but connecting with this political party, we want to understand one thing. Our political arena or the field of Indian politics is not like any other country. It is very, very difficult and very complex to understand. Very complex. Okay, it is not the matter of one type of food, or sorry, Hello. Okay, come back, everyone. Come back. It's a power failure. So, what we discussed in the last sentence, what I told, it is not like the one type of food that's served for many people, but many people that served with a lot of items that create confusion, that's what Indian political system, number of political parties are there in our country. So I want to ask a question to you people. Do you know what are the different political system that existing in the world, basically related with the democratical type of governments? Tell me, can anyone? Can anyone? What are the two different types of political systems? I mean, political party systems.
The
Any idea?
PR system.
Pardon?
PR system.
That is election. Okay. That's a system that related with electing the government or electing the representatives. Any other systems are the political party system, like the single party system, bi-party system, and the multi-party system, right? You learned already. Okay, you learned already. What is that? Single party system. An idea? What is a single party system?
Only one party exists.
So only one party is existing in that democratical country. Okay, democratic or non-democratic, we will think later. Okay, but just understand, any one single party is there in one country, we can say it is a single party system. Single party system. What is the importance of the single party system? What is the benefit of the single party system? Can anyone tell me? What's the benefit?
Less
What
time for taking any decision.
Of course, definitely we can speak that. Okay, so that particular party or that government will take the decision without no time. Okay, without no time, they are able to take a decision very quickly. They are able to take the decisions. Next one, another importance. Their country don't want to spend more money for the election procedures because only one party is there. All candidates from that particular party only, right or not? Okay, so they don't want to spend more money for this campaigning or any other electoral activities or election related activities. They don't want to spend. Okay, less money. Okay, then any other importance is there? Social division. Okay, social division, the basis, we can say that basis of politics or political division in the society, it will be less, which is it is not visible there, basically, right or not? There is no political division in the society, clear, because there is only one party. Okay, so we know that in Kerala, and in newspaper we are able to read a number of news related with this political murder or conflict between different political parties, right? Regularly we are able to read such kind of news in the newspaper. It's a must. The newspaper owners or the those who manufacturing or creating or writing or the newspapers, they will leave some space for that every day. What is that? To write this kind of news. Okay, political crisis or related with conflicts or political parties conflicts or something like that, or murder. Okay, let it be. So such kind of issues are there. But in a single party system, such kind of political division is not visible, visible, because only one party is there. The negative aspects also are there for the single party system. What are they? What are the negative aspects of a single party system?
No much choice for the citizens.
Definitely, there is no choice for the people. There is no choice for the people because all candidates will come from the single party, and the policies and programs of the party is the policy and program for the candidate. Clear or not? Okay, because they belong to that particular political party, so there is no choices for the people. And next one, any other problem, any other trouble with this single party system? Any other troubles are there?
No much voice for the citizens.
Definitely. Okay. Sometimes the single party government will act as a fascist government, which means there is no right for the people. Okay, understand? There is no right for the people. Okay, they will basically try to dominate over the people. The government will try to dominate over the people, or the majority political party in that particular country will try to dominate over the minorities in that country. One another problem. Okay, so there is no choice for the people. The government might behave as a fascist government. Okay, the majority will dominate over the minority. Such kind of problem we are able to find in a single party system. Example, which country is an example for a single party system?
China.
China. Okay, People's Republic of China. It's a clear example for the single party system. I think that you studied that in class 10, right? Different political party systems there. Right. Next one, biparty system. What is biparty system? We are coming to Indian context. Okay. So before that, you have to understand some other methods also are there. Okay. So second system is termed as the biparty system. The term bi says two, right? Biparty system, which means
Two parties are there.
we are able to find two political parties in that country. They are participating in the election. So basically, a political party is to contest an election, right, and hold power in the government. Hold power in the government. That's the main function of the political party. Function of the political party, right? Whatever it is or whoever it is. Okay. So two parties are there. Means we can say that it's a bi-party system. Example:
The US.
United States of America and UK are the famous countries, basically example for this bi-party system. They are following this bi-party system. Okay, find out the name of the political parties in that countries. In America, heard about the Republicans and Democrats? Heard or not? Okay, so that's it. Related with that presidential election, we had this word. Okay, this words: the Republican Party and the Democrats. Democrats and the Republicans. Democrats and the Republicans. Only two parties are there. But coming to Indian context, is not like that, right? So biparty system, there are some benefits are there for the people. What are they? Choice is there, but it is limited. It is limited, but choices are there. Then anything else? What are other benefits? What are the benefits? The opposition party always will observe what the government doing, right? Perfectly they will observe it. If it is they are not observing, so what will happen? What will happen there? And why they are observing keenly? Because they have to win in the next election. So they will always act as a good opposition. Good opposition always try to criticize the wrong policies of the government, right? Okay, if it is wrong or right, that is the next thing. Anyway, the role of opposition is to criticize the government. So that's what the bi-party system. Two political parties are existing in a country, right? Yes or no? Okay, so what are the benefits for the people? We already discussed. Choices are there. Okay, and the government will take a decision somewhat faster than the multi-party system. Then less political division in the society, because only two major parties are there. So political division is comparatively low or less. Any other benefits are there? The role of opposition, they will behave properly, they will act properly, right? What are the negative impact of this biparty system or negative result of biparty system? Any idea?
Only two parties are there, so
only two parties are there. This time you give vote for one party, next time there is no other choices. Another party, alternatively these people will come and go. Clear or not? So there is no much choices for the people. Okay, A or B, the B or A, that only, nothing more than that. Clear? That's a trouble. Okay, and again, one problem is there, the domination of the majority over the minority. Such issues also existing in the biparty system. And coming to the Indian context, what is that? The multi-party system. Clear or not? More than 600 political parties are already registered under election commission of our country. More than 600 plus parties are there. I mean 600 plus parties already registered. Okay, the person those who completed the age of 18 or a group of people, they are able to create a party, right? Okay, 5 people together, they made a party and they are able to register under the election commission where they are able to spend some money. Definitely they can do it. Okay, like that various political parties are there in our country, and these political parties categorized into what are two divisions are there? What are they? The national parties and the regional parties. National parties and regional parties. In the regional parties, again divisions are there. Parties that formed on the basis of caste. Caste-based political parties also are there in our country. Clear or not? Caste-based political parties. If you're going to the states of Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, or even Andhra Pradesh, southern states, okay, or even Maharashtra, we are able to see such kind of political parties that formed on the basis of caste. Because Indian social structure, it's a complex structure. Okay. India is a land of diversities. Okay. How many religions are there? Impossible to count and get the real number, right? Huh? Subcastes are there, an idea? No idea. Okay, caste, subcaste, within the subcaste again divisions are there. Clear or not? Like that, it is a complex structure, a social structure we have in India there. Different cultures, different languages. Okay, so political parties also formed on the basis of this kind of social variations or social divisions. Social divisions. Is that clear? Okay, clear. So we know that there are a number of political parties are there in the country. So we will use a term. What is that? Multi-party system. Multi-party system. What is the benefit of a multi-party system?
People will have more choices.
Unlimited choices. Unlimited choices. Right. Unlimited. That many choices are there. Okay. Then any other benefits? Almost all the different sections of the people will get a chance to represent their own community and represent the government also, right? Another one. There is no, the majority minority is almost, we can say that that is almost solved because of this political deviation or political divisions. Clear. Next one, what are the negative aspects? What are negative aspects in area?
Takes a long time to take an urgent decision.
Definitely. Okay, delay in decision making. Delay in decision making. Then, that is because of coalition governments. Coalition governments. Tell me what is a coalition government? Coalition. The word is important for us.
Where there are two or more parties collide together.
Collaborate and to make the government, to get the majority, okay, to fulfill the majority. Such kind of governments are called the coalition government. Coalition government. Clear or not? If one single party is alone able to maintain that majority, number of political party will merge and they will make a coalition, a group or a front. That is termed as a coalition. Such kind of governments are termed as coalition governments. For example, in Kerala, there are two political divisions are there. Okay, major two political divisions are there, plus the national division, right? One is UDF, United Democratic Front, other is LDF, Leftist Democratic Front, right? Next one, NDA, National Democratic Alliance, National Democratic Alliance. One is headed by the Congress Party, other is headed by the Communist Party of India, Marxist, another one by BJP. Clear? These are the triangular structure of Kerala politics or allies in Kerala. Clear or not? Three allies are there, three fronts are there. Okay, one is headed by BJP, other is headed by the Congress Party, the other one it is by the Communist Party of India, Marxists. Clear? Okay, so understand. So this is called to be a front or coalition. So if the government want to take any decision, that particular front or the so we know that there are a number of political parties will be there in a group, right? So they have to satisfy the demand of all the political parties. Then only they are able to take the decision. Clear? Yes or no? Okay, so it will take much time to take a decision. Okay. Decision making capacity of this kind of governments are slow or low. Clear? That is the problem that they are facing. Okay, next. Any other troubles are there with this multi-party system? Any other troubles are there?
It divides the society into
Definitely dividing the society into different political groups there, right or not? Political division is very high in number. Political division. Okay, next. Want to spend more money to conduct elections, right or not? Crores of rupees want to waste. I use the term waste means okay, the process we cannot use the term it is wasting, but after the election we'll come to know that it is a waste, right or not? Okay, let it be. Anyway, so that much money they have to spend. They have to spend. So this is the political party systems that existing in the world, basically related with the democratical countries. Okay, what are they? Single party system, bi-party system, and the multi-party system. Multi-party system. Okay, so Indian politics, we know that. Okay, so India, it's a federation. It's a federation. Another topic for us to understand. It's a federation, and the federal system and the politics is too much connected. Close connection is there. Okay, what do you mean the federal system? There are two types of government administrative systems are existing in the world, basically speaking. So that is the unitary system and the federal system. Unitary system and the federal system. What do you mean the unitary system?
Only
Unitary system.
Kind
Only
of
the central government is controlling the entire country, or entire administrative unit is controlled by a single government. Such kind of governments are termed as the unitary governments. Unitary governments. A single government will be there. It will control the entire administrative affairs of that particular country. Such kind of governments are termed as unitary system or unitary governments. Next one, what is that? Federal system. Federal system. What is federal system or what is federalism? What is that?
more than one level of government controls.
More than one level of the government. Clear or not? Okay, two or more. Two or more levels of the government we are able to find in a federal system. So in India, we know that what are the systems of government? What are the types of governments existing in India? What are different types? One is
Central,
the
state,
central
and
government, termed as the Union Government of India. Next one,
State.
the state governments or the governments for the union territories. Okay, the state governments and the governments for the union territories. Okay, then one more system is there. What is that? The
The local
third
government.
tier, the local self-government. Local self-government. This is the Indian administrative system, governments. Okay, different levels are there. That is the union government, state governments, and local self-governments. Local self-governments. Clear or not? So administration, it is not scattered but divided. Clear or not? Administration is divided. There is no centralization of power, but we can say it is a decentralization of powers. Decentralization of powers means what is that? Decentralization of powers. Everyone is able to enjoy the power, okay, or the administrative power or the power of the government. Almost all the people in the country is able to enjoy the administration. Clear or not? Okay, and they are participating in the administration. Each and every individual is able to participate in the administration through this local self-government. Local self-government. That's a system. We know that Panchayati Raj Nagar Palika. Panchayati Raj system and the Nagar Palika system. Have you heard about that? Remember the Panchayati Raj system that related with the local self-government. What is that Panchayati Raj system? What is that? Three-tier system of the Panchayati Raj. Before 2 months, you conducted election in Kerala, right? The election commission conducted that election for our local self-governments like village panchayats, block panchayats, and district panchayats, Zilla Parishad. Okay, clear or not? Village panchayat, block panchayat, and district panchayat. It's a three-tier system of Panchayati Raj. Okay, panchayats. Next one, Nagar Palika for the cities or the towns. What is the system? One is the municipalities, other is the municipal corporations. Okay, for the metropolitan cities, we'll say you'll use the term the municipal corporations. Municipal corporations. For other towns or cities, we'll use the term municipalities. Okay, the administrative unit of the towns are called as municipalities, and for the big cities, it is termed as the municipal corporation. Municipal corporation. Clear? Okay, so it is the Panchayati Raj system and the Nagar Palika or Nagar Palika system. So these are the different types of governments that are existing in our country. Okay, so India is an example for a federal system, federal government. Federal government. Okay, so tell me, what do you know all about this federal government? So in the constitution, perfectly the powers and functions of the governments are mentioned. Okay, powers and functions of the governments are mentioned in the constitution. No government is able to make trouble to the powers of the other government. So I already stated about the union list, state list, concurrent list, residuary list, or something like that. Heard or not? Okay, learned already, right? What do you mean the union list? What is union list?
The departments or duties under which
Basically that is connected with the powers and functions of the central government. Central government, that is the union list. Union list. What are the powers of the central government and how they want to Act. Okay, all such informations are there in the union list of the constitution. Clear or not? So central government should not create any trouble for the state government or any other government in the country. Clear? So powers are there for the central government. All such powers are perfectly mentioned in the constitution. They should not do anything rather than what mentioned in the constitution. Clear or not? Next one, another list is called as the state list. State list. What is the state list? The powers of the state government. Powers of the state government. Powers and functions of the state government is mentioned in that state list. Right? Okay. Affairs of administration. Affairs of administration is mentioned in the state list. Next one, what is that? The concurrent list, right? Concurrent list. What is the concurrent list? Can anyone tell me?
The powers and duties that
Ah.
both the state and the central government undertake.
Okay, definitely. The powers and the functions of the central plus state governments. Central government and state government should act almost same powers they are exercising in some affairs. Such kind of powers, such kind of activities are basically coming under this section of the constitution termed as the concurrent list. Concurrent list. Next one is the residuary list. Okay, so updations are necessary, right? Every time rules and laws and regulations are changing. Clear or not? So without creating any confusion, in the residuary list, some particular administrative affairs may be mentioned every year or related with the different conditions there. It is under the control of the central government. Central government, the residuary list. Residuary list. Okay. So main three lists are there. What are they? The union list, the state list, and the concurrent list. Concurrent list. So powers of the governments are mentioned properly in that list there. Clear? Clear or not? Okay, so these things what we discussed so far, they're the base of the political structure of the country. Basic ideas. Clear or not? If you don't know these basic ideas, it's difficult to understand what we are going to study in this year on in the textbook there. So different political party systems are existing in the world, and different levels of governments are there, different rules and regulations are there to protect the governments or says the powers and functions of the government. And in a democratical government, basically two systems are there. Okay, what is that? Presidential democracy and parliamentary type of democracy. Presidential type of democracy and the parliamentary type of democracy. We already studied that, right? Okay, the powers of the prime minister, powers of the president in India. In India, what type of democracies we are following in India? What kind of democracy is that, or this? Parliamentary structure, parliamentary form of democracy, in which who is powerful, the president or the prime minister? Who is powerful?
Prime Minister.
The Prime Minister is powerful. He is the head of the government. He is the head of the government, head of the cabinet, right? And President is only enjoying the ceremonial powers. Okay, but in some special cases, some special powers are there for the president of the country. So we are following the parliamentary democratic setup, parliamentary democracy. Clear on parliamentary democracy. Now what is a presidential democracy? Presidential democracy, what is that?
Will be the head of the state.
In which the president is considering as the head of the government, right or not? Okay, the president. Clear? Okay, with the help of the secretaries, they will maintain, or he will maintain, the administration. That's what the presidential system of administration. Can you give an example for that? The presidential system? Okay, United States of America. United States of America is an example for the presidential system of democracy. Presidential system of democracy. Who's the president of United States?
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden, correct. Joe Biden. Okay, correct. Okay, so these are the basic things what you want to understand before learning this chapter. Now, one more thing is there, one more small activity is there for you people. Want to find out the major political parties in our country, and when that party is formed, who are the leaders of that party? I mean, founding fathers. Okay, those who founded that particular party. Okay, who's the present leaders of that party? What is the symbol of that party? Okay, so write down. What do you want to find? What are things we want to find? Okay. National parties and the regional parties in India. National parties and regional parties in India. When that party formed, when that particular political party is formed, who is the founder, what is the policy of that political party, policy of that political party, policy of that political party, and the role of that political party in Indian politics, which means that political party is made in a government or not. That's what. Okay. Okay, in which I will say some parties, you have to learn about that properly and perfectly. It is International Congress, INC, and its former leaders. Former leaders. Indian National Congress. Indian National Congress and its former leaders. Okay. Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP.